Hello and welcome. How are you doing? Okay, so today we have a class that will explore the muscles in the area of the hip. So this is a very good class if you experience hip tension or limitations, or you struggle with chronic hip pain. Amanda reached out to me and she was telling me how she could benefit from a class that focuses on this area. And when we focus on the hip, we also have to take into consideration the abdominals and the lower back, and also the neck, since the lower back and the muscles connected with the hip and the lower back are also connected with the neck, because the curves from the lower back and the neck they mirror each other. So whenever you're ready, let's get into it. So find a comfortable position and let's just take a few seconds to settle into our body. If you have already issues sitting like this, you can always place a blanket underneath or cushions underneath your knees. Whatever you do to find comfortable with this body, give it to yourself. And very gently, very smoothly, we soften the gaze, or you can close the eyes just for the first few minutes. How does your body feel right now? Very gently asking this question, connecting with the body, with the physical sensations that you might have, your energy levels, or simply just noticing how does your body feel right now in this space, in this context, on this planet. Perhaps you can feel through your body what's the temperature of the place where you're at right now. Over here it's sunny, so it feels quite warm, which I'm very thankful for, because this is Amsterdam, so the sun is a precious product. Can you feel the temperature right now? How does it feel? Does it feel cold, hot, nor cold nor hot? Begin to deepen your breath. And by that I mean, see if it's possible for you to see if it's possible to make the inhales and the exhales longer than you would normally do. So deliberately shifting the length of your breath in every in-breath and every out-breath. Observe, where do you feel the breath the most? In which parts of your body do you feel it the most? Where is it the most engaged in your body? Where do you see this engagement? In the chest, on your belly, your rib cage, your throat, maybe it's around your nostrils and your nose. Okay, great. So even when, like I said, even when we're gonna work with the hip area and the hip muscles, we're gonna warm up the neck because the hip and the neck are connected. So very gently begin to look from left to right. Very gently waking up the muscles of the neck, around the shoulders, the scapula. And if you feel comfortable with this, then dare to try go into half circles or full circles with the neck. If you do a full circle, every time your head is forward, you exhale, and when it's going backwards, you inhale. Switch directions of the circle. And remember, when you go forward, you exhale, and when you're going backwards, you inhale. Beautiful. Next time your head is in the middle, just pause, come to a short moment of stillness in your body. Great. We're gonna activate the shoulders. So inhale, bring your hands at the heart, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, lower the shoulders. And inhale, bring the hands forward and over your head. And exhale, open to the sides. Finish the full circle back with your palms together at the heart. Inhale, raise up, hands over your head. Exhale, open your wings, open your arms on either side. Come back to the center. And 3 more times. Inhale up and exhale, open, move the energy around it, back to the center. Inhale up, raise up. Exhale, opening, and the last one. Inhale up and exhale to the other side. And now bring your hands on top of your knees. And on your next inhale, begin to move forward with your chest. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. And go again forward. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, chin to chest. And mobilizing all the muscles of the spine and consequently of the hips. Well, not all the muscles of the hips, but mobilizing the hip. Switch direction. Inhale, go forward. Exhale, curve your spine, chin to chest. And inhale, chest to the front. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. And come back to an aligned seated position with your head over your chest and over your pelvis. Pause for a few seconds. Beautiful. Let's lay down with our face up. And when you're there, lengthening the legs for a few seconds. The arms on either side of your body with your palms facing up. Connect with the floor, connect with your yoga mat, connect with your body sensations. And on the next inhale, bring your right knee to your chest. The left leg is extended, but is active. So point the left toes towards the ceiling. And the right knee is gonna come to the chest on the next inhale, bringing a little bit closer. Exhale, open it to the right side. Exhale, come back to the center. So we're gonna go into circles with the right knee. That's it, activating the muscles of the hip, the flexors of the hip, and also while you're doing this, you're giving a gentle massage to the muscles of the lower back. When you bring the knee towards you, you inhale when it goes to the outside, and you exhale to the right side. And switch directions. So bring it to your chest and to the center, and exhale outside. Inhale to the chest and the center, exhale outside. Beautiful. On your next inhale, bring it to the center and get a hold of it with both your hands, both hands. And keep bringing it closer to the chest, or just hold it there and breathe. Connect with your breathing and see if you can release any tension through the breath. And that normally means breathing all the way down to your belly. So don't hold in your breath just to the chest, but go a little bit farther, all the way down to the belly. Lovely. We're gonna go through a gentle twist. So if you don't have room, like I don't, I just move a little bit. But if you do, then release the right arm to the floor and inhale, bring the right knee closer to your chest, and on the exhale, twist to the left. So use the left hand to guide this leg, and it doesn't need to touch the floor, nor the foot or the right knee need to touch the floor. You find your limit and you just hold it there. It shouldn't be painful. There should be a little bit of tension, but not painful. And you have the option to look all the way with your right, over your right shoulder with your head, and extend the arm on either side. And then you're creating another type of a stretch on the right shoulder, engaging the neck muscles. And do your best, like I was saying earlier, to bring the air all the way to your belly. So don't stop at the chest. Continue through the rib cage all the way to the belly. Engage the diaphragm. On your next inhale, bring the right knee back to the center and pause. Unravel this twist and hold the knee at the chest for a few more seconds. Inhale, we switch the legs. So on the next exhale, bring the left knee closer to your chest. Activate the toes of the right foot, so the right leg is extended, or is active. It's not just hanging in there, but you're actually activating it. And by that, you do that by bringing the toes looking to the ceiling, or if you cannot, at least bringing them closer to you. And we're gonna go in circles with the left knee. So release both arms. And on the inhale, the knee comes closer to you. On the exhale, it goes to the left and round and down and up and up and down. Anyway, I'm sure you know what you gotta do. And if you're not sure, you cannot go wrong if you just focus on the sensations of your body. And if you are already experiencing pain, then just do it with less intensity. make the circle smaller. You know, there are no rules. You decide how big or how small you want this circle to be. And I cannot see you from here, so I trust that you will trust your own body sensations and adjust the exercise accordingly. And when you're ready, switch directions. So now the knee goes to the other, we go in circles on the other way. And don't forget to breathe. Inhale when the knee comes closer to you, and exhale when the knee goes further away. Next time the knee is coming closer to the chest, bring your right hand over your left knee and very gently guide it to the right for a twist. Your left arm can be extended on the other side, and you can be looking with your gaze over your left shoulder. Your left knee doesn't need to touch the floor. If it doesn't touch the floor, that's okay, but just simply focus on the effect of this exercise on the hip area, lower back, around the rib cage. And do your best to breathe all the way down to your coccyx. It's not even your belly button. Go a little bit farther. Challenge your breath and go all the way down to your coccyx, to your tailbone. Monkey tail? I think so. Inhale deeply. Notice the stretch also when you breathe so deeply. And inhale one more time, and on the exhale, bring your knee back to the center, unravel this twist, and hold the knee closer to your chest, close to your chest for a few seconds. And on the next inhale, release the left leg back to the floor and just pause again. Observe your legs, the muscles of your hips, around your hips, the groin, the lower back. Beautiful. Let's do some rock and roll. So in order to do that, bring your legs to 90 degrees or the knees closer to your chest. Your arms go below your chins, and we begin to rock and roll. If this is not possible for you right now, just wait for me seated at the top of the mat. And I'll meet you there in last one rock and roll, and continue the roll. Bring your arms forward, and from seated, if you were seated, we're gonna come to this cat-cow. Just for a few seconds, begin to stretch from one side to the other. Wiggle your tail from left to right, and see if you can look at your feet when you look around, when you move from one side to the other. And from here, inhale, bring the right foot forward, and we come to this lunge. And we're gonna open the right foot even farther away to the right, giving enough room for both arms and both hands to be right below the chest. If you have wrist vulnerabilities like myself, then come to your fists. You don't need to put all your weight on the wrists. So you can be on your fists like this, or like that on the palm of your hand. And begin to move from left to right. To begin with, you decide how deep or not you want this stretch to be. It's up to you. Your chest is shining forward, so don't collapse fully on the back, but keep shining forward. And then begin to do circles very gently, using the strength of your right foot to move you back, and then you go front and left to right. Again, we are putting some juicy lube on the hip joints and the hip sockets by doing these movements. And if you spend a lot of time seated, These are great exercises to stretch and strengthen the hip muscles. Okay, now we're gonna use our hands to crawl ourselves back as if we're gonna do a half split, and then using placing our weight on the heels, so lifting the toes, we're gonna wiggle from left to right, the right leg, as Julie Martin calls it. Julie Martin is a very nice yoga teacher that I follow, the lazy dog. I actually think this is a happy dog because it looks like it's wagging its tail. If this is too difficult for whatever reason, you can always place blocks and then come sitting higher, taller with your back. So see if you can wiggle your tail, move the right foot from left to right. And very gently we come back to this dragon or lizard position, stretching to the front. And now tuck the left toes under and lift. And you can be on your palms from your fists. And now we're gonna move back and front. Back and front, forward, back and forward, sorry. And again, go into circles while you're like this. If this is too much, then just place your knee back onto the floor and go into these circles. If you think you can handle it, then you can fire up a little bit more your legs, but always without adding any extra tension. Okay, let's release the knee and the toes and crawl ourselves back. And let's wiggle that tail again from left to right. Don't forget to breathe and connect with the breathing sensations that are happening right now. And notice that when we're wiggling the tail, we're also working and stretching the obliques, these muscles, the quadratus lumborum that support, connect with the hip and the spine. So working the hip muscles, there are many different ways to do so, and it turns to be very complex because the hips are not isolated, right? They're the core, they're the middle of the body, so it makes sense that it takes some work and many different movements to engage the hip muscles. Okay, on your next inhale, come closer to the front and press with your hands against the mat and bring the right knee back. Come to a seated position, either the hero pose or another seated position of your choice, and bring your hands behind you. Come to your fingertips and open the chest. Shine your heart forward. Let's stretch a little bit the pectoral muscles after we have done this exercise. Breathe all the way down to your monkey tail. See how that feels. Play with that. Even if you don't understand or you're not sure what that means, just imagine that you have this monkey tail and you're breathing all the way there. Inhale one more time and exhale. We look to the other way. So where your buttocks was, then you bring your head and we switch around. And inhale, bring the left leg to the front, like we were doing with the right before, and bring right arm to the middle. So open the left leg even further to the side, and we begin to move into circles. Use the strength of your arms to help you with the movement. If you need blocks or books or whatever you can get right now, then just put it under your arms, and that gives you a different experience and maybe one that is easier for you. And connect with the pressure and the energy of your left foot and all the toes of the left foot that are helping you to go into circles, and switch direction of the circle if you haven't already. Beautiful. Use the tip of your fingers to bring yourself down. Release the toes of the left foot, and we're gonna go from left to right with the left foot. Just supporting that left leg on the heel, the left heel. Go from left to right. Shake that tail and be that happy dog. And observe, we're now lubricating the hip socket with the femur in the insertion of the hip socket. And probably you also feel a stretch on your hamstrings or on the, what's the name of the muscles? On your chin muscles? No, I don't remember the name, but these muscles, basically. I don't remember the name in English. I know in Spanish it's called gemelos. Los gemelos. Okay, so place the left foot back to the floor, bend the left leg, and we come back to this lizard position or dragon position, and now tuck the right toes, release the right knee, and come back to front. You can also stay lower if that feels better. You don't need to come very high. And begin to draw circles with your hips. Yeah. If this is too hard, just keep the knee on the floor, the right knee on the floor. That's absolutely wonderful and great. Okay, actually we're gonna bring the knee back to the floor, release the toes, use your fingertips to release the toes of the left foot and bring yourself back, and let's wiggle that tail. This lazy dog, happy dog, whatever dog. It's creating a lot of room for many muscles around the hip and the lower back, which is great if you spend a lot of time seated or if you have any chronic pain condition happening on your hip. Okay. Next time you inhale, bend your knee, come forward, press with your hands against the mat, and exhale, bring the left knee back with the right, and we're gonna lay down again with the face up. And the knees are bended, so your feet are on the ground, and see if you can reach with your hands your heels. If not, you can also have them further apart, but if you can bring them closer to your sit bones, please do. And open the toes, spread the toes and bring them close to the floor. And on the next inhale, begin to peel your tail and all the spine vertebra by vertebra. Breathe when you're on the top and hold this Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. Just hold it. Your arms are relaxed. Your cheeks are relaxed. In this bridge pose, just hold the pose for a few more seconds. Inhale, lift a little bit more, and exhale, begin to lower your spine vertebra by vertebra until the tailbone reaches the bottom of the floor, which is the last thing that should reach the floor. And again, lift the toes, spread them out and bring them back to the floor. Press, feel, engage the Pada Bandha, the muscles and the energy of your feet, and press very gently. Just lift your body, your trunk, even less than an inch, very little, and hold there. And inhale, fill your belly with air, and exhale, continue reaching up, reaching up, reaching up. As high as you can, engaging the quads and the glutes, part of the hamstrings as well, and shining these hip bones all the way to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling, relaxing the cheeks, the arms if there are any tension. And inhale one more time, go a little bit higher if that's possible. Exhale, lower vertebra by vertebra, very gently, very, very slowly, very slowly. Oh, nice. Release both legs on either side. Your legs are wider than your hip width distance. Your arms, see if you can bring them a little bit lower, creating more distance between your ears and your shoulders. And welcome to Shavasana, V-Corpse pose. Simply relaxing, surrendering to your practice, to your body. Connecting with your body sensations, if you can feel any difference from the beginning of this practice up to this point, simply observing that. Does my body feel different now? And if it does, how do I know that it feels different? How does different feel like? When your mind wanders around, when you get distracted by thoughts, that's okay. That's what minds do. So simply acknowledge that and say thank you, but not now. I'm in Shavasana, hey? Hey, Joe. I'm in the corpse pose. I'm focusing on letting go and letting be, both at the same time, opposites coexisting together. Inhale deeply a couple more times. Inhale deeply, fill your chest. Exhale, relax the belly, let go. And two more. Inhale deeply, fill your lungs with oxygen, relax, let go, exhale. And the last time, don't be shy. Let's do it together. Inhale deeply, 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 and exhale. Beautiful. Begin to move your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles, your neck from side to side, your head from side to side. And very gently at your own pace, let's meet again at a seated position. And once you've found your seated position, just pause and observe. Become the observer of your own experience right now. You're not the actor who is on stage reproducing a play, but you're a spectator. You're observing. You are the observer. So observe what's happening right now in your body. Inhale, bring the hands at the heart. Exhale, smile if you feel like it. And I hope this class serves you. If you have any pain issues, any pain in on your hip, I meant to say, or your lower back, this is a great practice to tackle those. And I hope to see you very soon back into my channel. If you like it, you know, like I always say, share it. Someone else might benefit from it. And I see you very soon. Bye bye. Bye.